Thanks for tuning in to BQ Prime. The festive season is coming up and there's naturally a lot of excitement among consumers as well for online shopping as well. Joining me for a conversation is Mr. Vikas Bansal from Amazon Pay India. Mr. Bansal, thank you so much for taking out the time and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Before we begin, and before you were addressing the media as well, before this conversation, you brought out a very exciting, very interesting data point actually, that almost 77% of the Amazon Pay customer base in Maharashtra is opting for UPI as a preferred channel of payment. So if we talk about that in general, about the whole UPI ecosystem, it is still very dominated by a couple of players. And Amazon Pay has somehow not been able to get that sizable chunk, in my opinion. So why is that, and how do you plan to tackle that?
First of all, I think UPI is a very important and exciting innovation that India has brought to India and now taking to the rest of the world. So from Amazon Pay perspective, we continue to be excited and investing behind UPI in a big way. Now, in terms of a focus, if you think about UPI, when we started out where you could link your bank account and make payments. Then from there, we added wallets because customers who were not having functional bank accounts, they could link their wallets on UPI and use it everywhere. And now, building upon that, we are now also having RuPay credit card holders to be able to link UPI, and we are very excited to launch it and announce it very soon. And we continue to invest in that direction. Now, to that investment, if we look at our user growth and user base, we have more than 8 crore customers who have already signed up for Amazon Pay UPI, right, on our platform. So it's very large. Now, in terms of focus, our focus has been on how do we first solve problems for large merchants, including Amazon.in. And from there, then we continue to take it to other merchants and then to small merchants. So I think where we've invested and focused, we've seen some really good results. I'll give you one data point to say our user base, our user on Amazon shopping has doubled in last 1 year, right? And it shows to the investment and the product offering we are bringing to the space. Now, when you look at the overall ecosystem, there is a very large percentage of offline scan and pay type transactions. Almost they're like 75% are those. And that's where we are now focusing and investing. If you ask me, are we bullish? We are absolutely bullish. Are we investing? We are investing. Are we getting customer love and adoption? Absolutely. But it's very early days. That's what I would say.
All right. I think it's only fair and good to be bullish as well. And while answering this, you also brought in the point of creation of wallets. And I think that is another focal point here of my conversation with you. When we talk about wallets, lately, even if I see the RBI data and the numbers as well, the creation in terms of the number of wallets has gone up, but the transactions have not kept in line or not kept in pace with that. Why is that happening, and how do you plan to improve that bit?
Yeah. See, look, wallet has a very important role to play when it comes to cash digitization. Because when you go really outside of tier 1 to 2, 3, 4 cities in India, customers are looking for a very lightweight way to open an account, put some money, their cash into the account and use it for digital payments. And that's where wallet has a very important role to play. Now, when you look at it in the past, wallet was built on proprietary acceptance. Proprietary meaning that I will give you a wallet, I will build my own network of acceptance network, and this is how I would use it. But now, with wallet being interoperable on UPI, it allows customers to, or us as a player, to not build like a proprietary acceptance, but then plug it into UPI so that the customers can use it everywhere. So now, you see that suddenly I'm able to put a lightweight way, open an account, put some money in, don't pay any account maintenance charges, and then use it to pay everywhere. So I'm not restrained by any proprietary acceptance, and you will see that the growth is going to be pretty sizable, significant going forward, latching again onto UPI. To me, these are all sources of funds, and then you have UPI and how you use it. So you will see it's pretty exciting space for us because it's solving unique customer problem that the other products are not able to solve. So that's I would say.
So you do see growth happening.
Oh, absolutely, right? I would say.
All right. Thank you. just stepping away from this whole payments thing, I really want to touch upon the payment aggregator bit
Sure.
with you.
Yeah.
So you got an in principle approval to
Yeah.
to bring it up. Have you heard anything from the RBI? Is there any update, and what is the status on Amazon Pay's end at this point?
When we talk about the process, right? So, you apply for it based on all the due diligence, you get in principle approval, then you have to, conduct audits and other requirements and what we call operationalization, and then you get the final approval. So what we have is, as you rightly mentioned, we have the in principle approval from RBI. Thank you to the regulator for putting trust in us. Now we're going through the next steps of the audit and operationalization and all the formalities. And once that is complete, we will hear back from the regulator. So that's where we are right now. I don't have anything more to add at this point.
As of now, you've not heard from the regulator.
No, we continue to engage with them because there's a lot of, as I said, there's an operational part of it, operationalization, which is about audit, answering questions, doing all those things. We are in process.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that clarity.
Sure.
One last thing that I really want to touch upon, if we look at the payments business in India, or largely in general, it's largely seen as a free business in terms of the earning revenue as well. If you could help me just understand, are there any revenue earning opportunities in that business? And if they are, how do you see that expanding in the near future?
Sure. First of all, like if you think about payments in globally, right? Payments is a massive, high scale, low margin business.
Right.
So I don't think it is, to say like, look, it's zero indefinitely. It might be now, but I think you will have some scale with low margins. You will have some margins in it, right? On top of it, let's think about merchants. Merchants want to grow their sales. And if as a payment and a player, if I can help them grow their sales and provide some value added services like affordability, customer rewards and other things, loyalty solutions. If I can bring those solutions, merchants are willing to pay because if they are getting the sales, they are willing to share some of those with their provider. So that's number one, right? So there is also at the same time, there's also an opportunity from customer to say, if I'm providing that convenience, for example, you earlier had to go, do something and, for example, pay your bill, and now you could pay at your home conveniently in like literally like in less than a second or less than a minute. Then you have a convenience, and then there is some fee that customers will be willing to pay. So as the India grows, you will have revenue streams on the core business coming from both merchants and customers. That's number one, right? On top of it is, you have like from there, how do you help expand credit? And as you expand credit, can you share some margins and revenue from that? And then from there, how do you continue to add new value-added services like, financial services, insurance, and other things where you can make some margins? I would say like there is definitely revenue pools. It will take for market to stabilize and for it to capture those pools. But, that's what we are hoping for is how do you serve customer needs and also run a very profitable and sustainable business. And those are some of the ideas or opportunities that I see in the future on how, as a payment player, we will make money or even the industry will make money in the business.
All right. Thank you so much for that lovely chat with us, sir. And thank you for giving the time.
Yes. Thank you. It was my pleasure.